Hello! Welcome to another edition of a Supergiant Games retrospective with me, Gola, aka John, your player, your commentator, the NB that you should envy, and this is Pyre. Last time, we completed a full loop, made it to the tippity top of the downside, counterintuitive as that sounds, and participated in our first liberation rite, and succeeded, but it was a bittersweet success. For the whole point of the liberation rite is one member will escape or be essentially granted a pardon and be allowed to leave exile in the downside to be back in the Commonwealth. So it is with a heavy but hopeful heart that we said adieu to our lovely horny queen, the one, the only, our mighty glacier, Jodariel. So, unfortunately, we shall no longer be seeing her grace her presence amongst the fantasy basketball games. So we're just gonna have to make do, especially considering that she was one of my heaviest hitters and also had, maxed stats. So that being said, then the game revealed that something that Supergiant Games would continue in their next effort, a little game called
Hades.
Maybe you've heard of it, where even getting to the end game and beating essentially the final boss, the final conflict, final fight, if you will, isn't actually the end of the story. In fact, you get sent back to the beginning to start the whole process again. And that's essentially what we're doing here. Like, you can only one member of the team is allowed a pardon at a time. So it does make me wonder, where the story is going to go when we get down to only having 3 team members. How is it going to do that? Is it literally just going to be we're going to have to fight? We're going to have to participate in the rites with just one member, the final member, to remain in the downside when everybody else has successfully been sent back to the Commonwealth? Or is the story going to go somewhere where the 3 remaining characters are going to all be able to escape exile at the same time? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because unlike some of the other games I've played before, basically any From Software game, I am going into Pyre pretty much fully blind. I think they might... The only thing I really remember about this game is, I think I watched, a review or two when it came out, and, obviously there was a bit about Pyre in the no-clip documentary about Supergiant Games and the process of making Hades, just, as it was part of the background of, making Hades. A little condensed timeline of Supergiant Games as a studio thus far. So yeah, I really don't know much about this game other than the premise, the genres. I've seen some of the character models, character designs, and that's about it. Everything else is fresh and new to these eyes. So, with all that, all the recap and stuff out of the way, let's say we get to the game and check on our friends that remain in the wagon. Like Hedwin over here, who, at the very least, I did finally pull him out of off the bench in order to... her throw rug is still here. Aww, that makes me feel sad. Makes me feel... Damn. Yeah, and as you can see there, Jodariel status liberated. So, yeah, she's gone. But not forgotten. Huh. Alright, so let's see what's on Hedwin's mind after essentially fighting for her freedom. It's kind of funny, and I feel like this is something that the game kind of heavily steers you in without actually making you do it, by the way. There's only been, so far I've seen one occasion outside of like, some situational stuff where a party member just refuses to participate if another party member is already participating in the rite. And that was with Jodariel and our harp team member, Milithe? I think it's Milithe. I think Milithe is her sister. Because of again, if you've been following along, but just for a quick recap, there was an empire. The empire fell when the emperor kind of went missing in the downside, and shit happened. It's a whole that's a whole to-do in itself. And the Commonwealth rose up, and everything was relatively good for a while, like, democratic, run by peoples, all that. But it's been heavily implied, especially at this point in the game, that the Commonwealth is essentially devolving back into the fascism of the Empire, if not hasn't already, just with a nice neoliberal gloss over it to keep up appearances. Which is why our benefactor is hardcore about recruiting us to essentially head back and, start the revolution, essentially, once we're all back. Will that happen? I have no idea, but we're gonna find out. So what was the whole point of that? Oh, yeah, so the Commonwealth. One of the last things the Commonwealth had in terms of, true enemies, because it's kind of implied that, it's made peace with most of the sentient races across the world. The harps, however, we're still kind of a holdout, and we're still viciously battling against the Commonwealth. And Jodariel, being Headwind, being a soldier in the Commonwealth, was very much against the harpies. Fighting them tooth and nail, life and death kind of thing, tends to put your opinion about a group in a bit of a negative light. So yeah, if she would absolutely refuse to be on a team with Milithe and vice versa. They were not gonna get along. Now it's not a problem since she's gone, so pretty much everyone will be on the team can be part of the team from here on out. Although it does make me wonder if somebody else had been liberated instead of Jodariel, if eventually they would, come to an understanding. I don't know. I feel like that's, in addition to just the core gameplay loop being very replayable, I wonder if that's another thing you can do, because one of the things Supergiant Games is known for is the massive amounts of flavor text and character writing. So I do wonder if you had kept Jodariel around, if eventually her and Milithe would have come to an understanding and had a different character arc. I can see a lot of replayability in that, in just experimenting and seeing how different how the story is affected by keeping some members or liberating other members earlier, etc., like that, or just fucking up the liberation rite over and over again and never liberating anyone until the very end. I don't know. Interesting. But either way, Headwind seems like he's got a lot on his mind, what with his bestie being no longer part of the team. You find Headwind on his own after Jodariel's liberation. And you know what? Just so that we have a picture of our queen in this stream at least once. She was a grim, long-time resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. She's also a demon, which was pretty badass. She has regained her freedom in the liberation rite. We miss our queen. Hey, Despair! Welcome to the Pyre. I was just doing the recap and a little bit of world explanation. We're basically back to start, but unfortunately minus our beautiful horned mighty glacier of a queen, Jodariel, since we successfully did the liberation rite, which is, if you played Hades, the liberation rite kind of holds a similar place as, actually fighting Daddy Hades and winning. But in the same sense of the story very much is not over if you win the liberation rite. You basically just say goodbye to one of your team members as they get to escape the downside. So we're basically back to start, and now we have to work on prepping at least one more of our team members so that they will be ready to also be liberated when we get back to the rite. So yeah, that's pretty much the recap. So we're kind of just dealing with the aftermath. Hedwyn is very close to Jodariel, so he's probably pretty bummed out right now. Anyway, you find Hedwyn on his own after Jodariel's liberation. You sense straight away what is on his mind. The two of them were close through much of his life. He looks up at you, but his familiar smile is nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, my friend. I should be in a much better mood right now. It's just... I can't believe she's gone. Then he shakes his head. Listen to me. I'm talking like she's... He falls silent again. You can tell he needs some time to himself right now, and turn to leave. Wait. Hold on. Don't leave me here just yet. First of all, my friend, thank you. I don't like to think of it in quite these terms, but out of all of us, I really hoped she'd manage to get out of here. Yeah, me too, because we've seen, like with the last team that we fought in the Liberation Rite, what happens to... So the demons are an interesting subset in this world. They're not entirely their own race. It seems like they're just humans who have been exiled down here long enough where they literally start mutating into demons. There's a really interesting spin on that, and it's not just like a simple like, okay, 1, 2, 3, boom.
Now you're a demon.
It's more like it's an ongoing process. Like the longer you're down here, the more demonic traits you take on. So like the captain of the team that we fought in the Liberation Rite had been down here even longer than Jodariel, and his demonic traits were a lot more exaggerated and a lot more like he literally had devil red skin and like more pronounced features and like the horns that weren't cut off were like a bit wilder, a bit like curlier and shit. Versus like Jodariel very much just looks like a human with like some really big horns and is just a real big gal, probably the best big gal. But yeah, so it's very interesting how this game, how that like the demons are kind of like a quasi-species? Or more like every human has like the latent potential to become a demon if they're down here long enough. It's interesting. It's definitely an interesting take on like what is essentially like, you know, the ogre from World of Warcraft or D&D. Like just another race, but a big heavy essentially. All right, yeah, let's see. She's been here the longest. Not to mention, I'd probably be dead 10 times over by now if not for her. What's more, maybe other than Volfred himself, I have a feeling she's really going to make an impact on this plan of ours back on the other side. For those of you not caught up, the plan, again, is a people's revolution. Just the same, though, I am going to miss her. Hedwyn, I'm right there with you, bud. I am also going to miss our horned queen. You and Hedwyn share some memories of Jodariel for a time, though it grows clear to you that he needs some time alone. Thanks again, my friend. I hope that one day all of us can meet again. Jody, she'd be happy on that day, I bet. It is very late now. You part ways after bidding each other a good evening. Alright, so we've got our recap of the night. And now, yep, the path to freedom beckons you to press on. So we shall do just that. Alright, our benefactor and the mastermind behind our revolutionary aspirations is also a tree dude.
Good morning, my girl. place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way.
By all means, illuminate. Moonlight Alcove. A small landing on the dark side of the sacred mountain. Wolfred indicates you can await the next cycle of the rites here. Well, let's just get on down there. Ooh, there we go. That's a good. Yes, good clean shot. For the archive. You know, of course. Always for the archive. Wolfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about, you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Oh, also it bears saying, and I definitely gotta get better at this, but audio levels. Good, bad, need to be adjusted, do let me know, and I will make the appropriate adjustments. As long as OBS Blade doesn't crash, in which case I'll make the appropriate adjustments after relaunching the app. Oh, now Wolfie's in here. Interesting. Oh, actually, I forgot. We have to check on our Beyonder crystal. Good, excellent. We love to hear it, Despair. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's go visit Sandra in essentially the pain matrix, or the imprisoning crystal. So, fun fact on Sandra, it's more or less like not even implied, but almost explicitly stated that she was part of a faction of assassins who tried to, well, assassinate the Emperor. She failed and basically got double banished from the Empire at the time, now the Commonwealth. Like, not only is she here in the downside, but she's forever trapped in that little, like, lime green colored crystal. So, you know, kind of unfortunate for her. Because she didn't exactly have a good life to begin with. Like, being part of the organization of assassins that she was in was basically one of those, like, raised from birth to be the perfect assassin kind of thing. Like, no place for weaklings kind of thing. It's why she's blind. She basically, like, lost her sight in a very, very lethal training session, which in their organization is just a Tuesday. Let's see. You bring me brief reprieve from solitude. What seek you in exchange? I don't know. What you got? You have nothing right now. I guess that makes sense. She's also... Yeah, let's do this all again sometime. Indeed. She's also sort of a, like, optional challenge for each member of the Nightwings. Like, so far she's given us 2 optional challenges, one for Jodariel and one for Ruki, our little canine friend. So, yeah, periodically during our journey, she will offer that. She'll usually also, like, maybe every other time we go somewhere, she'll have some more flavor text, get a little bit more into her backstory. So it's always good to check on
the orb,
or by its proper title, the Beyonder Crystal. But yeah, let's see what Wolfred has to say. He seems to have something on his mind. You find Wolfred, seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you.
Greetings, reader. This wagon and I, we've made memories together. I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask.
Wolfred invites you to inquire about his past. Oh boy. Now, are you going to let me inquire about all of these, or do I have to choose one? Asked to be excused. Sir, I would like to go back to recess. There is no need to take up more of Wolfred's valuable time right now. Well, we got nothing but time. What are you talking about? Okay, asking who knows the lone minstrel. The 2 of them seem to be old acquaintances. How long have they known one another? Ask why the Nightwings disbanded. The triumvirate of which you are now a part seems to have a storied history. Or ask him what he did to earn his sentence. Wolfred reminds you of someone you heard about long ago in the Commonwealth. Ah, see, if this is like I can only choose one, then like some of these have certainly been like that. Like you can ask one question
And only one.
before moving on. Seems to be another thing the Supergiants is explicitly doing to make you replay the game. Like, you want to know every response to every multiple choice dialogue option? Replay the game, fucker. So let's see, what should we go with? What sounds good? Do we want to know why he's down here? Do we want to know why the Nightwings disbanded? Or do we want to know about his connection to the Lone Minstrel? Any thoughts? I will do whatever option the chat may deem they were in their favor, or whatever they want. Otherwise, I'll just... Except for ask to be excused. Ask to be excused is off the table. So, sorry, voters. Some things are not to vote on. You want to know how he knows the minstrel? Alright, let's see. You ask Wolfred about his history with the Lone Minstrel, who is this charming pale moon fellow, who apparently has a counterpart who is more, not surprisingly, very golden sun-oriented, who actually is the person who, how to put this, is the gatekeeper for the liberation rite, and is also heavily coded femme, so you might say that she is a girl boss who is girl bossing and gatekeeping, so, you know, good on her. I guess she leaned in. But yeah, he appears to be a traveling musician, yet seems to be connected to the rites. Yeah, Tariq has a very, like, moon orientation. You could call him a moon-scented minstrel if you were, you know, still stuck on Bloodborne.
Tariq was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen.
Alright, so he predates you. Interesting. Although not surprising. I definitely get like god, like a god in disguise vibes from Tariq.
Although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the rites and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it is plain that he's not from around here.
Yeah, he does seem a bit, again, not of this world.
This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting.
Oh, our little imp friend. Also, probably behind Jodariel, one of my favorite party members so far, especially in terms of utility. He's basically like a little bat goblin who, like, instead of like if you sprint, like most characters will just like break into a full-on continuous sprint. Like Tizo will kind of like hop, 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 hop. So it's also a little easier to like keep your stamina gauge from completely running out. In addition to that, he can also like fly like a little ways above for a little bit, which is also pretty useful if like the other team is playing pretty defensive.
It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about for now?
Oh, I get more? Oh, hell yeah, I get more. All right, well, I guess we'll just start at the bottom and go from the top. So we just learned that the Nightwings were disbanded for a bit. Why was that? You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here, and Wolfred's past connection to the group. Also, I kind of need to eat those words I said from earlier about how, like, oh, well, you have to replay the game to get all the options. So, yeah, sometimes that's the way it's set up, but I don't know. I feel like this is the first time I've seen it where you can choose, like, all the options, or at least more than one.
I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me, in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwin and the others found you.
Well, we are both readers, which that's capital R readers, not just, oh, hold on a second. I have a phone call that I need to take, so I will be right back. And we're back. So, sorry for the interruption. Little peek behind the curtain. I have a good friend coming into town for a wedding this week, and they just wanted to call to like set up scheduling and stuff like that for a whole bunch of stuff. Well, mostly the wedding, and just helping out in general. And in addition to that, they're a tattoo artist, so I'm also getting tattooed by them again. So, all that good stuff. But that's neither here nor there. That's for later, and definitely not for streaming, because, no thank you. Let's see. Back to what we were doing, aka finding out more about Wolfred, our mysterious benefactor and also reader, who, once again, that's capital R reader, which not only doesn't only mean that you're literate in the simple sense of you can read printed material, but you also can read minds or project your thoughts into minds if you're advanced enough. Like right now, we kind of only can intuit people's feelings and senses, but Wolfred has been doing this for so long that he can basically do all the things I just mentioned. So, back to what happened with the Nightwings originally and why they disbanded.
Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Erisa, and another known as Oralech.
Ooh. Oh, look, she's actually got a portrait. A former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Wolfred and Oralech. Alright, looks like a human, although it's kind of hard to tell if she has horns or not in that portrait, or wings. She might be a harp. And Oralech, a former exile of the Nightwings, another, yeah. Very, very butch looking there.
Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks.
Kind of hard to tell how he looks. I mean, I don't really have a frame of reference for imps and for what a mature imp looks like, so I guess, sure, whatever you say, dude.
The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given rite. But there was a terrible accident. Erisa, we lost her. And Oralech, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Alodiel. We lost him as well. On the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rites themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the Black Wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my girl.
Okay, and last but not least, what'd you do to get in here, aside from being literate? You ask Wolfred about his past in the Commonwealth, and how it is he came to be in the downside.
How rather forward of you, my girl. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile.
Yeah, but I'm a protag, so I got that inquisitive energy about me. You understand.
Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one.
Ooh, nice. Oh! An illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within, as anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread. Okay, so theocratic, that's a loaded word right there. Huh. Yeah, the Commonwealth might be less democratic, maybe even from the start than we were led to believe. Although, I don't know, maybe 617 AS is a bit long in the timeline. Not sure what the AS stands for. I would assume it's after, like, blank. Maybe after whatever. I can't remember. I don't think they've given a proper name to the Empire. It's just the Commonwealth and the Empire so far. So, not sure what the AS stands for. After something, I guess.
I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the high-wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine.
And yeah, that's the harps.
Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while. But not for long enough. Here, in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours.
Neat! Past buddies! We're down in exile for similar reasons. Although you were clearly more revolutionary from the start, I kind of just stumbled into it.
Anyway, that is the long and short of it. Now then, was there anything else?
Nope. I'm good. Can I go play dodgeball now, sir? Thank you. You thank Wolfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon.
Likewise to you, reader. Be well.
Thank you. All right. Oh, wait. First things first, let's check in on Sandra, see if she has anything new. The visit is... Oh, sorry. You can also practice with her, so if you, I guess, want to get good at, like... Because the thing is, like, Pyre does have a multiplayer feature. So, I guess it would be pretty useful to practice each character to their fullest extent that you can, prior to actually engaging in fights with real, or rites with real players. Alright, let's bide our time, hold up with our companions till the stars align once more, etc.
Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for quite some time.
Small island on the dark side of the Sacred Mountain. For many years, Wolfred smuggled supplies and furnishings to this well-hidden locale.
And
Oop, let me try that again.
as for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready by when you need it next.
From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside. Its impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land beside it. And so, you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then, you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom, one by one. Many moons pass. Then, one evening... May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites. Hey, new chapters. Neat. As has been your learning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please, follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader madame. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more, a path towards salvation is revealed. But now, something is different. Stars shine once more. Let's find out where we're going. Oh, there's a giant black hole. Huh. Out of the Midnight. Ores the Azure. Milithe, the other one. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed you a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Henceforth, you may choose from several different rites. Well, let's choose our path towards that salvation. Soliam, the golden star. The gold star is faint over the fall of Soliam. You are not permitted to conduct the next rite here. I can tell that. Looks like a fucking new moon. Alright, so got another choice here. So we cannot go to that one. We cannot go to Lou. Or Treza. This one doesn't even show up, so that's odd. Very, very odd. Alright, so we got, let's see, Gold, the South Star, Jomer. Okay, so let's see, we got Ha'ub, the Midnight Star. The Midnight Star burns bright over the cairn of Ha'ub. Sir Deluge is already on his way. Interact to challenge the Pyrehearts here next. The Pyrehearts are led by the worm Sir Deluge. Your record against them is 1-0. Heck yeah. Or we can go to Milithe, the Bog Star. The Bog Star burns bright over the pit of Milithe. Barker is already on his way. The dissidents are led by the Cur, Barker, Ashpaws. Your record against them is Or we have Ores, the Azure Star. Azure Star burns bright over the Hulk of Ores. Milithe is already on her way. Yeah, we can challenge the Withdrawn, who are led by the crone, Witch Udmilde. And again, similar record. Alright, so let's see. Do we want to go fight the Snake Woman's team? The Bork, not good boys team? Or the Little Worm Dudes team? Choices. Again, you got a preference? Do let me know in the chat. Also, sorry about the break and all that. Especially so early on. We haven't even got to the first new rite. Go for Sneck? We will go for Sneck then. To Ha'ub, the Midnight Star. And that thing, which is just pretty badass.
The stars urge that we go to the cairn of Ha'ub, a long way off.
Wolfred, sir, how are we to reach the cairn of Ha'ub in due course of time?
You know full well, Tariq. Preparations are complete.
You think you see the lone minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure.
Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time.
As you will, sir.
The cycle begins anew. As the years advanced, you'll find there ought to be fewer rites. This time, until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate.
Find there ought to be fewer rites? Interesting.
Exactly how many, it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, dear reader.
I don't know why I added the deer there. There was no deer in that sentence, it was just reader. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads through the group. Alright, what are our options? Pretty much just to continue. Alright, let's get going. Next morning, Wolfred calls everyone together before the Black Wagon.
This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now, it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see.
I knew it! I knew it was gonna turn into an airship. Fucking Final Fantasy style. Wolfred Brecken. Oh my god, now I can't stop drilling my R's. Yeah, Wolfred Breck. Hold on one sec. Okay, I think I'm better now. Wolfred beckons you to join him in the wagon. All right. Oh, we got a lot of shiny things to interact with. Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view.
You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way.
He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book.
Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something.
Oh boy. All right. Oh, really? I can't interact with the book yet? I mean, okay. Well, all right. You know what time it is? We have to... Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I had an opportunity to push this button that I can't remember where I put it. Oh, did I get rid of it? I might have gotten rid of it. I think I did get rid of it. Shit! I got rid of the fasten all seatbelts button. Yeah, small clap, blah, blah, blah. Damn, this would have been a good opportunity to use it. Oh well, either way, I guess we should just hope for,
Good luck.
when it comes to flying. Oh, I have to hold it. Gotcha. Alright, now we're soaring. After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft. Somehow. I can't believe it. Never thought I'd soar like this again. Hey, now we're talking.
The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides a few locals suitable for landing.
Or sorry, few locales suitable for landing.
Though, we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land, or sea, towards our destination.
Ah, okay, so that's how it keeps from just being like 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's good, because that means we'll still get like the journey flavor with like the multiple choices probably, and the opportunities to spend our downtime like mentoring or gathering supplies or whatnot. Let's see.
Now, without further ado, let us proceed.
The black wagon can fly! Yeah, I noticed. Seek landing near the cairn of Haub. Sail now the skies. Oh, wait, look at that. Oh, that's adorable. Absolutely adorable. Oh, ooh, I like that dynamic change. Hold R2 to boost. Oh, whoops. Oi, what you bloody boys? Barker notices your wagon as he at his flank there and begins to laugh. Well, if it isn't the Nightwings, flaunting their fancy little flying wagon, eh? You think you're better than us, mates, eh? You ain't better than the dung I stepped in last night. Now, get out of here, or I got a mind to leap over there and rip your gizzards out. You hear me? Damn, dude, fucking harsh. Announcement celestial landmarks. Woo! Whee! Damn, I guess we just... Ooh, what is this? What is this? I want to land. What are you? You have a symbol. Oh, that's... I think that's one of the teams. Never mind. I think I recognize the little sigil. Whee! Oh? As you soar above the waters of Wyrm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman sidle up to you. Very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. These nice brethren lurk beneath the surface there, in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then, this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. That's strangely an optimistic way to put that, you know, potentially dying, but thanks for your input, Sir Gilman. Yeah. Oh, another thing. Below, amid the desolation of flagging hands, you see big Bertrudes, from which you first embarked by sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring.
I am certain that Big Bertrude must have left a strong impression on you all.
Hold on. Woo! Damn, that one was, just really hit me hard.
She's not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile, or hers. She's been here a long time.
Interesting. Let's see.
I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you, and to send her our regards. The old wagon must have been in need of some repairs.
You mean you didn't know? You're just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, what else? Anything else to interact with before we get to our destination? Oh, nope, we're here. Move R to look around. The forbidding cairn of Ha'ub lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear wow, okay, mushmouth. Some fear that the listless remains of Shak's 6 shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not wish to pass through to flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the pyrehearts, should be on their way there now. Soon you shall confront them once more. Oh, okay, so we can land in Shunt, a rocky northern pass towards the ominous cairn of Ha'ub. Bay seems very interested in visiting the mud baths along this route. Yeah, we can't land there. Or Licksand. Licksand? An arid southern pass towards the ominous cairn of Ha'ub. Vruki expressed an interest in seeing how the wild curs in this vicinity are doing. You know what? I kind of... I kind of want to start working on getting Rookie to max rank to liberate, so I guess we'll land here. Sorry, Bay, next time. Oh man, we got so many pages to read once we get back to the wagon. You touch down in the heart of Jomer Valley, where first you faced the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You join your companions for a routine inspection of the wagon following its flight. Excuse me. Tizo confirms the wagon's wheels withstood the shifting temperature and still appear to be in reasonable shape. Sir Gilman managed to calm some of the drive imps prone to dizziness or frenzy at high altitudes. Other than that, everything checks out, and the rest of the crew got through the flight without complaint. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land. Finally! Oh, the Beyonder... Damn, maybe we'll go for Bay next, because the Beyonder crystal, it calls to her. Oh, we got a lot of stuff to explore now. First of all, can we interact with these? Not beyond pulling them. Nobody's gonna get mad at us again for that? What is this? Grease stone. Exhibits a flagrant disregard for natural law, thus providing a light entertainment, a keepsake from Mount Aliodel. Or Alodiel. Oh. Ha! Oh, that's kind of cool. And it makes magical noises. And what do we have here? Waking wood wisps. The wisps inside provide a scarce bit of light when it is needed, all for a low monthly fee. A keepsake from Black Basin. And we can just tap on it. And then up here, singing sands. The so-called singing is the sound of countless screeching wheel mites. Sounds terrifying. A keepsake from Jomer Valley. Doesn't really do any screaming, though. Which I guess is for the best. Alright, first things first, let's talk to Sir Gilman, see what's on his mind. Sir Gilman is shivering there, after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage through the skies. Yes, Gilman has discovered, much to his dismay, that he has a fear of heights. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts, is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Milithe overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it, he has yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim in the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious murky waters! Engulfed in hideous warfare, to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits, and the like. Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Disgusting! Though, I haven't had to swim, and you now have to fly. That is very brave of you, and you handled it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Sir Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Hey, Sir Gilman gained 1 hope for the next rite. Wish him well. Excellent, so he'll be a little more potent. But first, we got some reading. I feel like we have 2 chapters, if not more. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, do we have... Oh, no, we're on to chapter 2. Okay, do we have any... Last Emperor, Rope Collar, Empire's Collapse, Down the River, Hunt for Myrrh, did that, did the Daemon, the Mercy Shown. Okay, yeah, no, new pages are here. Okay, Living in Exile. In the words of Jomer Many-Mane, the Alpha Chief. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called Chief. I traveled all the world over on my 4 good paws, and I was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit, and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the Downside for a reason, but in time, here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find a certain beauty in unlikely places. Okay, what about our next page? Definitely had 2 pages there, bub. Where's my other page? Yeah, see, it's still shiny. Ah, Forsaken Lands. I was correct. Oh, this one's got the snake apostle, I guess. Oh, part 3. Oh, now they're just like 1, 2. That's okay. No, they're just chapters. Can I see the other chapters? Celestial Landmarks. Oh my god, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh god. Okay, there's a lot of reading to do. Alright. Shomer Valley, in the words of Molten Milithe, the Wild Witch. The Downside Prairie first appears serene. It is not. The soil there accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources prove poisonous. Thus, we journey further north. The climate there grew fouler to my senses, though the courage Omer found it amenable. This sprawling valley, pocked with long evaporated lakes, gives evidence to the monstrosities which roamed this land. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant on the whole. Therein, we found sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east, we found the edge of the land's most hideous decay. Sounds brutish and horrible. Oh, wait, no, there was more on the fucking... Damn it. Living in exile. Wait, I just saw a Jodariel Valley thingy. There's that. Nope. Okay. I do not... The way this book is laid out is very odd. Okay, so we got no more chapters there. And we got... Or no more chapters. No more pages in that chapter. At least not yet. Okay, back to what Milithe was saying. Let's see. The downside prairie first appears serene. Oh wait, no, I read that one. Next page, please. I could have sworn I read... So I did not read this one. Oh, I didn't. Okay, weird. Okay, in the words of molten milithe, the wild witch. Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once writhed under the auspices of their mortality, which we ourselves cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so, we think, did they. We earned the title witch, and we were forced to flee into the downside. Here we encountered Solia Moore, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumnavigate these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. He wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake. Indulge us both then. Alright, so we read Jodariel Valley, Long River Lakes, Mount Elodiel. Damn, front-loading a lot of reading in this stream. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Elodiel involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery, in varying proportion. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than to the world we knew. It was this highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites, and felt, together, for the first, a sense of freedom unlike any we experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrade shall illuminate in greater detail. Okay, now we're at the end of that chapter. Celestial landmarks. All right. No! God damn it! I hit the back button. Sorry. Yeah, I know about those, but I need to go to this one first. Thank you. Okay, lots of chapters here. All right, celestial landmarks. In the words of Lou Sklorian, 100 Minds, the scholar. Do you feel a kinship with the stars? Do you owe your everything to them? Perhaps one day, even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. I demanded that they explain to me the paradox of knowledge. For how is it that something can be shared but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond, but set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks, which they revealed to me, so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land and see ourselves in a new light. And if I'm speculating somewhat wildly, I think all the landmarks are also deadish titans. And I say deadish because just like the titans of Greek mythology, they're not quite dead. They're kind of just chopped up and, incapable of really doing much other than writhing around or something. So very interesting. All right, what's the next page? What else we got? Let's see, the Book of Rites. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished to the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. I believe that's the assassins that Sandra is part of. Suffice it to Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters and the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light, and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us and you in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text, to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Arch within their prison here, give them our thanks. Yeah, okay. I mean, that kind of feels like poking a beehive, but sure. Okay, and then we have nothing here. We have info on the triumvirates. Only one page. Neat. 9 triumvirates. In the words of Ha'ub the Swallow, the Accursed. As I found it much too difficult to read, much less to write, even to grasp the quill. But the horned one, Muir, implored me. He said this is the greatest gift that he could give me in return. In return for what, I asked. In return for his life, he said. But I did not save your life, I said. You did, he said. We fight about this still. Muir is stubborn more than I. Now, herein, and by his leave, I'll chronicle the 9 triumvirates, for I am of this land, unlike the rest, who wish to leave. We knew not everyone could leave who wanted. Seldom would the opportunity arise. Thus, did we organize those striving for the chance into 9 sets of 3. 9 sets of 3. Everybody got that? In case you were wondering. And then we got... Oh, we're on that one. On Commonwealth, Principles of a Truly Free Society, citation needed, formed on the basis of this book. Bring. Okay, yeah, this is the only page as well. Let's see. In the words of Triesta Tethys, the Blessed Born, we the 8 assembled here together in the downside, and we gave our freedoms so that you may yet have yours. It is an exchange we have not lightly made. It is my charge to ensure that you, should you regain your freedom, first off recognize its qualities and also use it wisely. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. My own wings, I once thought that they could take me anywhere, and then they took me here, where I am bound. It is your charge to be free, and not to make the same mistakes. Spring from here, and learn what we did, and build a new and great society, a free society, with wings spread wide for everyone. Okay, so there's our revolutionary. So she's basically our Karl Marx. They'll sure help, though. Indeed. Like, you can't deny that a good pair of wings is pretty useful. Although, as Pamitha herself pointed out earlier when we had that talk with Sir Gildeman, wings, kind of useless underwater. And in fact, considering that at least on our planet, the majority of life forms are, you know, in that big ol' thing we call the ocean, you know what? It feels like swimming would be a more practical use for, like, living anywhere on Earth than flight. Because flight can only kind of, like, take you so far, if you know what I mean. Like, literally. Alright, so our reading lesson is done. Let's do a trial of the scribe variety with Sandra, the assassin. Oh, nope, I hit the back button again. Alright. Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? You have invoked Sandra from the Beyonder Crystal. What do you wish to do? Oh, good. She's got some more flavor text. We'll get that done first. Ah, my best friend in all the world, come to visit me again. Does it make you uncomfortable, perhaps, that I should call you thus? Perhaps you think that you do not yet know me very well, but I know you just fine. Yeah, I'm cool with it. I mean, you seem nice for an assassin. Let's see. You reveal a great deal to me when you come visit me like this. You are not the only one who can sense things in others, you know. Oh, She laughs to herself. She's also possibly a reader. Or was. Well, I guess still is. In terms of, like, again, capital R reader. One learns to read a bit when forced to suddenly appear within a book for 837 years or so, especially if one is wont to pry a little, you understand, for it gets rather boring here. I know all about you, a common wanderer who vowed to help her friends be free again, only to end up spending all her time talking to an apparition stuck in a stone. Okay. I mean, I don't know if you're trying to, like, insult me and insult you at the same time, but sure. Oh, I know about your loves, or lack thereof. Okay, ouch, jeez, damn. That's a bit...
That's dishonest. Low.
Ouch, that is low indeed. Let's see about your favorite pastimes. Certain habits may be somewhat loath to admit. I know all about your hentai preferences, and oh my, I've never seen that many tentacles in that many orifices at once. I'm actually kind of glad I'm blind now, so I can't literally see that. Because, holy shit. No thank you. Fear not, of course. I use this special knowledge only as a means to entertain myself, I think. Okay, that I think is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. And I am here for tentacles. Indeed. Depends. Really depends on how they're used. I mean, you could say that about anything, really. You can make anything sexy if you angle it right. Let's see. And if you don't like it, why, just keep your distance, like so many of your predecessors. Oh, hell no. I'm a whore for lore, and, you know, this is the best way to get lore. Especially, again, Supergiant Games. They are good. If there's one thing that is consistent throughout all of their releases thus far, it's that the writing is always, just impeccable. Just excellent. Like, makes it worth, like, literally, like, interacting with every single character just to see if they have something new to say. Like, honestly, there's a thing in fucking Hades that I didn't realize until I'd gotten past the end credits. Like, in that one, there's, like, you know, you basically have, like, a relationship gauge with all the characters you meet. At least all the, like, ones that are named. And one of them is Sisyphus, you know, everyone's favorite perpetual boulder pusher. And I got stuck at his for a long-ass time. Until I realized, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, because he was just, you know, giving me the same, like, oh, hope you do well, like, variations of text over and over again. And then, like, I saw, like, someone doing another playthrough interact with his boulder. And pro tip, that's how you continue his quest line, in a sense. So yeah, if you feel like you get stuck talking to Sisyphus, talk to the boulder, see what happens. Let's see. As for the other Beyonders, they are as wraiths to me as I must seem to all those idiots with whom you consort. I cannot confide as easily in my own kind as I am able to confide in you. Well, yeah, that sucks. But then again, I'm not surprised considering this is supposed to be a punishment and imprisonment. Of course they're gonna not give you, like, chances to actually socialize with your fellow assassins. But I suppose that I have said too much. Thank you as ever for the visit. You have given me a lot to think about. More than you know. She laughs again, softly. Alright, let's do that ding-dang trial. Just name the victim, and I shall be more than pleased to make him or her, or them, suffer for a bit. Alright, is there anybody else I can... Yeah, so we did Tizos. Oh, this is a good opportunity to also see, like, who's the closest to max rank. Alright, so... It does look like Ruki. Who, that makes sense, we did his trial. He's got his own special trinket. Yeah, I like how if someone is ineligible, they just have their bummed face on, like, headwind sad. Pamitha's just looks like you farted, like, in the same elevator as her, and she's just like gritting her teeth and bearing with it. Sir Gilman is just kind of hard to read. He just has that deer in the headlights look. Oh, even Tizo sounded like, please no. All right, but no, we're here for Bay. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Bay. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Oh, there's gotta be more to her than just she's kind of spacey. Because again, super giant games. Knows how to write. Especially characters. Why am I clapping like this? Other than for emphasis. I'm gonna stop. Soon Bay arrives in heed of the summons. The scribes! I think that if I listen carefully, I can hear them calling out to me. You can indeed. Honestly, I was surprised that she wasn't just like, oh yeah, okay, I get what's going on. Because Bay definitely gives off that energy of like, knows more about the more esoteric things of the downside than any of the other characters. Even ones who have been here for a long time. Once you clap for the first time, you never stop clapping. Oh god. Is that contagious? Because I don't want to catch that. Even though I was the one who did it, so it means I've already caught it. Oh god. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh no. This is going all wrong. No. This, Okay, hopefully that reset me. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is, you answer to me here. Wow. Okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now, be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, and I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone, save for your reader. Okay? Are you out there to help me with this, miss? I am indeed, Bay. Don't worry, I got you covered. Let's see. Like a clap is just the space before your hands meet. It doesn't matter how long it takes for your hands to meet again. It's still a clap. I would say that's almost on the nose. Because there's one key ingredient missing from a clap that that is not in that statement. And that is velocity. Because without velocity, like, that's not a clap. That's just putting your hands together. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna stop because it's peaking, and that probably means it's cutting off the clap like it does with some of my higher end exaltations, we'll say. But yeah, so a clap is not just the space before your hands meet, it's also the amount of time. I mean, if you want to put it another way, it's the amount of time separating when before your hands meet. The shorter the time, the more it is a clap. The longer the time, the less of a clap it could be, or isn't at all. Because again, if you're literally just like putting your hands together, there's no sound. And I would say that one of the clap's most important aspects of it is the sound it makes. So you need to use some force, which again speeds things up, in order to make the sound, because otherwise it's just that. But apparently you disagree. Interesting. Interesting indeed. There's nothing anywhere saying that a clap has to have a sound. Perhaps, but then again, what is a clap without the sound? Like, that's what we associate with it. Like, even a polite golf clap, like, you know, this. Still has an oral aspect to it. So at least in terms of, like, the common, like, definition of a clap, I would say, without at least consulting a dictionary, that the clap has a sonic element to it. Not to say that it has to go fast or anything. But actually, no, to say it does go fast, that kind of works. Oh my god, I'm a genius. I'm not a genius, but sometimes I feel like I am. I have little flashes. Okay, but that's finding practically in a function we can do. That's finding practically in a function we can do. Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know. You know, I'm also a fucking cataloging librarian, so, you know, it's in my nature to like try and organize the mishmash of existence into more defined categories. Also, here's the point. There's a point. All right, well, hopefully this doesn't start the thing. Oh, I have to fight Tezos? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, Tezos. Oh! Shit, I'm rusty at this. Okay, okay. Wow, damn, Tezos are fast. Oh, this is gonna be a challenge. Whoop! Oh no, you little bastard! I should be using my auras. I should be playing more defense. Oh. Gotcha, baby. Uh-oh. Oh! Shit! Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. Oh, I wish I had my queen. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on. Whoa! Damn it! I was going for the leap. Okay, 2, 1. Come on, Hope. Yeah, Hope. Okay, run for it, bait! Okay, we're not going down without a fight. Whew. Whoop. Shit. I mean, we still might be going down here. Ouch, yeah. Even if you softly put your hands together, it does make a sound no matter how tiny. Just because we can't hear it doesn't mean it isn't any. I suppose that's a fair point. Oh my god, oh my god. No, 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 no! Oh, damn. Yeah, this is one that's gonna be a tough challenge for me. Oh. Oh, son of a fuck. Oh yeah, just you know, waltz in there. It's fine. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Okay, okay, okay. I think we're both on cooldown. Woo! Oh, right. I forgot she has a big lead up to her leap. Okay, maybe this isn't a lost cause. Oh, nope. I think this is a lost cause. Oh, fucking goddamn it! Oh. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Whoop! No! Oh, I was just hitting the jump button when it did it. Ah, that's game. Ah.
Bogus.
Good job, Sandra. I'm sorry. I just thought I could do better. No, it's me. Bae, it's not you. It's definitely me. I am not the best reader. As expected, the moon-touched girl is not fully competent. Those deemed impaired by Commonwealth standards or very different in a negative sense. I would tell you not to waste my time, girl, but the truth is that my time is there for you to waste. Do inform me when reality catches up with your expectations. Oh, fuck yes, we can do better. Are you kidding me? Excellent. Another opportunity to prey upon the savage. Damn. Feels kind of racist when you put it that way, but then again, also naming a group, an ethnicity,
Savages.
also just feels implicitly that. So, you know, part of that is definitely Sandra, but I think another part is just systemic. Man, why the Tezos, though? Oh. Oh, got you both. Okay. There we go. Not going down without a fight. Oh. Shit. I didn't have my aura. My aura. Okay. Shit! Ah, I meant to hit the aura button and not the dash button. Which is silly because it's literally the trigger. Oh. Oh, you clever little shits. Oh, come on, I jumped. I jumped on that one. Boo. Fuck off. Fucking hell! Every time I go for the bait. Bay goes for the bait. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with Bay in that case. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, come on! I hit the jump button! Fuck you, Tizo, clone. I mean, it's technically Sandra, not Tizo, so I shouldn't take my hate out on him. Whoop! Shit. Okay, that time I just ran out of juice. Whoop! Fuck, fuck, fuck! Oh, you clever little bastards! No. No to you, sirs. Uh-oh. Okay, need to be careful here. Fucking goddamn it! I was leaping! Ah! She has such a fucking lead up. It's really... honestly, it's kind of hard with... Okay, come on, come on. Oh, fuck you! I was there. I should have been able to take that one out with my aura. Bullshit. Fucking hell. 2, 1, come on. Thank you, Bay. Okay. Woohoo! Okay, I gotta get used to her long jump. If you hold it down longer, she jumps farther, and that's pretty helpful. Fuck hell. Oh, fuck you, 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 come back. Nope. Only 5 for that one. Odd. Oh, fuck on. God damn it. Come on, 2, 1. Almost, 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 almost. Yes. Yes. Fuck, I jumped right into it. Oh, come. Fucking goddamn it, Tizo. Again, it's not Tizo, it's Sandra. It's Sandra. Fucking hell. Nope, that's game. Maybe it's not game. Not quite yet. Okay, we're not out quite yet. Damn it. 2, 1. Fuck, fuck. Woo! Damn it. Oh, Tizo's fucking... See, Tizo is too powerful. What? Oh, okay. Whew. Okay, okay, okay. Victory! For Bay. SLS indeed. Wow! Okay. How did I do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I had expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order. To you, and also to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Whew. Yeah, that one was... like, Bay has... For lack of a better term, Bay has Dark Souls momentum. You know what I mean? Like, in how, like... And I feel like I'm gonna be cribbing some H-Bomber guy on this, but hold on. Did I imagine all of that, miss? Because I hope I didn't. No, it was real. Wow, what is that you have there? You received Kaelmer's anklet for completing Bay's trial. Let's see. Rank 20 legendary item. Okay, after Bay casts her aura, it can bounce off objects and solid surfaces. Neat. The royal traders' hollow band ensured the Sisters of the Ark were to carry out their mission. Or is it Arch? Could be Arch or Ark. I think it's Arch. And I accept. Yeah, so Bay has like Dark Souls momentum. And what I mean by that is, again, to crib H Bomber Guy a little bit, like in a lot of action games, like your Devil May Cry's, the time between when you press the button and the attack occurs in the game is pretty much almost as close to instantaneous as possible. Like again, Devil May Cry, you hit the attack button, whew, Dante attacks right there, lickety split. But with Dark Souls, when you press the attack button, you have to, start the paperwork and make sure your taxes are in order and your permit is all set in order to finally finish and complete the attack. So basically what I'm saying is like, in Dark Souls, you hit the attack and then like a few seconds later, the attack actually lands. So Baze operates on a similar guideline. Like you can't just like hit dash and expect her to just fucking go like just like a shot. Like she's got that gotta get ready for it and go, and then she's got like a pretty long cooldown too compared to other characters like Rookie or Sir Gilman. That being said, I think I should be able to get better at working at that. Oh, it's on Jodariel's thing again. I'm just missing my Horned Queen so much. I'm sad, but also happy that she has been liberated. But also it means we don't get to see her at all anymore. Okay, so let us explore Lixand. The wild curs here tend to keep to themselves, so you should be able to have a look around. You take some of the afternoon to survey the area with Rookie. You observe many curs off in the distance, driven half wild from the heat. I don't know any of those much. Ought to steer clear of them, in fact. Let's go, sister. There's nothing you can do for the creatures. The sight of them makes you all too eager to return to the wagon and immerse yourself in your vocations. Hell yeah, vocation time. Where we can level up our characters. And essentially, that's what we're going to do. I have yet to do either of these just because I want to make sure everyone is maxed rank by the time they are actually back at the Liberation Rite. So let's mentor. Oh, there's her sad. Okay, so we can basically mentor anybody. Let's see, who is the furthest along? Okay, it's definitely between Bay and Rookie. I think Rookie's got the lead. So we're gonna mentor him to get him as close to max rank as possible before it's his turn to be released from this downside coil. Sure, sister. I could go for some enlightenment right about now. Might take the edge off. You ask Rookie to explain to you in his own words the histories of the 8 scribes, and speak to how their varied backgrounds formed the basis not just of the rites, but of the Commonwealth. A private lesson, 1K. Those scribes people, they must have been something else back in the day. They sure must have. And let's see, what does he have on? He has Jomer's Fang. Castador lingers longer than usual. Heck yeah. We've got a few of his skills unlocked. I think we're going for Moon. Oh, I can get Moonsault if he gets to level 4. Yeah, second or third time while airborne. Yes! Double, triple jumps? Fuck yeah. Like, fuck your double jumps. We got triple jumps. Alright. To the cairn of Ha'ub. To the weird wormies. Although, why did I go to that? I should have gone to the fucking barkers, the borkers. Okay, 2 pages, 8 of scribes and cairn of Ahub. So let's check that out. Oh, and we got a new instrument, I think. Okay, the 8 scribes, in the words of Golathanian, the Master General. We found each of the others in due time, by fate, not by coincidence. The wise Lu Sklorian stood among the trees, gazing at the stars, expecting us. The wild witch Milithe was so enthralled by my liege's utter transformation, she stayed her sorceries. Blessed-born Triesta swooped down upon us, but to warn of an imminent attack. The many-maned Jomer thus intervened, and shared with us his humor and his hunt. Even the Underking Ores himself sought out an audience with us. Thus we became the 8, and journeyed on together. Alright, and then you said there was another page. Forsaken Lands, Celestial Landmarks, was it in this one? Yes, the Cairn of Haub, or Cairn of Haub. In the words of Lu Sklorian Hundredminds, the Scholar. Oh god, I've already forgotten all the scribes' voices. So, oh gosh, what was this one? Maybe if I look at their... it's the tree person. I forgot what the tree person's is. Oh well. How ironic that the shattered remnants of the bone titan Shack Six Shoulders, which once stood vigilant over the archway into flagging hands, remain now as forbidding as when that horrid monster still possessed unnatural life. After little Haub dispatched the bone titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shax's pieces fell onto the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones which Haub marked. Further, traces of the Titan's glacial blood coagulated into perfect frozen drops, which still shimmer in the darkness. Six Shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance a certain way. Paint the sigil then in the shining light. Okay, sounds pretty metal. Okay, and the Book of Rites we already did. Yeah, Book of Rites I already did. 9 triumvirates. On the Commonwealth. Okay, yeah. All book chapters have been read. Oh, we also have this. Xylobones. Would that we all could become musical instruments ere our bones turn to dust. A keepsake from Jomer Valley. Oh, it actually is a xylophone. Oh, and if you hold down the button, that's kind of cute. Again, I'm not surprised. Supergiant Games, they love their details. Anything new here? No. Sorry, Sandra. Shadabarantas indeed, whatever that means. Alright, Rookie, what's on your mind? You find Rookie having just put back his green-tail family portrait. There is something of a wistful look in his eyes. Then, something comes over him, and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, sister, I gotta level with you about something here real quick. Truth is that I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation. He hesitates a while, then... We ain't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. Oh! I mean, we do fine, and we got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in savings bonds, and... He seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before you can respond, one way or another. The situation is my mom back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. I always told her I'd make something of myself, you know? I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all kinds of different work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess. But the pay was real good. we took to shipping certain types of stuff down here, of all places, flushing it straight down the river, watertight. The pay was right. Mom was so proud of me. We were eating real good all the time. But you can probably guess what happened. I barely scraped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. And once again, there's our queen. May she flourish in the Commonwealth until we can all be together and initiate the People's Revolution. As for my mom, she doesn't know the half of it. My uncles told her I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her poor heart. So, don't know how else to put this, sister, but I want to get out of here. Get back to what I was doing back home. On the straight and narrow, though. I'd go straight this time, for sure. Just don't go telling everybody that old Rookie Greentail is just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. Your secrets are safe with me, Rookie. He quickly scampers out the door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he was sincere about wishing to lead an honest life. I mean, do remember that you're going to have to take part in the, the uprising. There's that. Alright, speaking of which, let's see. Attic ladder, no. Nearby. Scouting the grounds. Flipping through the book. Rallying everyone. Let's see, who else? Testing her wings. And let's see, Edwin is scouting the area. That's very practical-minded, that one. Tariq is folding the raiments. Alright, what's in the shop? The Sloog Market. Hey, you guys, where's your friend? The big one with the horns, like frowning. Stuff like that. Something happened there or what? I don't want to talk about it, Ron. Heard a crazy story. She just flew on out of here or something. Anyways. Don't talk to me about that. It still hurts. Okay, let's see. We can... Well, I do have to... I do have to put that on, give that to Bay. Solam's horn. Oh! She doesn't take the trinket with her. Okay. I mean, I guess. Nobody else can wear it. Yes, I will confirm the transaction. And finally, we get our lunar glass that I've had my eye on since literally the first time we opened the shop. Yes. Proceed. Sure, whatever you say, Ron. Oh, also, let's go back to the roster and let's see who got the Bay. Okay. So we'll take off. What does this one do? Let's see. Grants Bearer 2+2 with the quickness. No, let's put yours on. Yeah, let's have your aura just going all over the arena. We'll use you as our fucking gunner or something. Okay, and we're done with the shop. Thanks for stopping by, guys. All right, and on to the rite. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the barren wastes at the cairn of Haub. All that is left is to do is wait for nightfall to set it. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth, back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This night is not a night at all. Revelations back and forth. This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea Dominion. Oh, a waterfell. But
What is knighthood even? What is knighthood? It means having to follow such a craven as that Sir Deluge. Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. Focus on the right.
He notices you, finally. Ho, Master Reader! This knight did not see you there just now. Such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then, a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention. Like the rites. It's past 8, and we're finally getting to our first rite. Granted, there was a practice scribe challenge, but We finally get to our narrator.
Reader, ever persevering, aren't we?
Sure are.
Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough.
That's
Your
the plan.
chosen adversaries here shall be the pyrehearts.
Them
Reduce
ding-dang
their
pyrehearts.
flame to ash, just as you did when last you met.
Okay.
Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Alright, so Rookie and Sir Gilman are definitely on board. It's the third option that's the wild card.
Gilman, still not abandoned your new friends? Like all your other duties and responsibilities?
Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time.
This knight is most surprised that you have the courage even to show yourself.
You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you.
That figures, Gilman. You are no knight at all. You are a teensy minnow swimming in a sea of minnows many, many times your size, and with much more honor than you.
Or much more honor, too. Uh-oh. Oh, he lit the fire in his eyes. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away.
Disgraceful! You're Nightwings. You are stupid to have taken that one in. And you are no good at the rites. And another thing. We do not fear you.
You sure about that? Also, that might have clipped, so sorry about that.
This knight's companions have grown so much stronger since we dumped that worthless Sir Gilman.
You sense Sir Deluge speaks the truth. The pyrehearts are more capable than before. I mean, I figured, or else this game would be a fucking curb stomp. Each time you face a triumvirate, they gain talismans and masteries. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Well, I think it only makes sense to have Sir Gilly, even though he is base form. But you gotta start somewhere. Oh, right, talismans. I'm a ding-dong. Alright, so let's see. Faster than usual or orb carrying. Bash my adversary, better chance to return immediately. 2 with the quickness. Okay, let's give him this one for now. So he's just faster when he's carrying the orb.
Sir Gilman.
Alright, and next is Rookie, because we gotta get him to master level. Where are you? Oh, Rookie's Bayou. Bio. Yeah, Rookie's from the Bayou. You didn't know he was Cajun. Alright, so let's see. Rites powers, jump sprint, blah, blah, blah. Cur, trafficker, astral sign, RK. He was born on the 4th of fourth moon. Jeez, that's a tongue twister a little bit. Suggesting he is active and outgoing. One's astral sign often foretells of one's disposition, strengths, and idiosyncrasies. He's been exiled for 4 years. Rookie has survived for 4 years in downside thus far. It's a life sentence. Alleged motive, self-gain. The records state that he sought to undermine the social fabric of the Commonwealth and crime smuggling. He was involved in an illegal operation shipping contraband to the downside. As mercy guides our hand, we spare your lives, but rid ourselves of you. From the sentencing ceremony. All right. Let's see. Biography. He barely made a living as a trader in the Commonwealth, trying to provide for an aging mother and several good-for-nothing uncles, until he found a much more lucrative clientele among those exiled to the downside. To them, he would ship various commodities. But just as things were looking up, he was finally caught and cast down the river. There, after Jodariel saved him from a pack of howlers, he promised to repay her. All right, good to know. Yes, Rookie is on board. May your aura bounce and bop all over the place. And let's see, who would be next? Oh, I do love my Tizo. And let's see, I mean, at some point we gotta get Milithe some work going. But let's see. Bay just got a new thing, but Tizo. I think we're gonna go all little speedsters. So we're gonna be fragile, and it's gonna take longer to douse their pyre, given that our glory is not the highest. But yeah, let's go with our little guy. Does he have anything new? Let's see, not for much way of intellect, the particular imp defies such common understanding, and seems to be deal connected with the Black Wagon and the Nightwings, and perhaps the rites themselves. Okay, well that's it. Yeah. Let's see, just to make sure, he has less stamina cost for his flutter abilities.
Tizo. The choice is cast.
Screehawk.
Tizo is prepared to defend the honor of Sir Gilman against his ex-triumvirate. Come the Nightwings, show this night how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. On God. Yeah, on gird. Earn my gird.
Now begin. Quiet exchange.
Oh. Fuck. Oh, come on.
Wings Pyre is the first to falter.
That's not good. Oh, that's right. I forget your ability. Oh my God.
Wake you up.
Ooh. This is gonna be a toughie. Oh. Oh.
Now plunge into the flames.
Yeah, okay. 15. And at least he helped. Whoop. What? Oh, you little bastard. Whoop.
Almost
Shit.
what transpired there.
Fuck. Oh, piss off, you little shit. The problem is they're a lot better at passing. Uh-oh. All right. Well, so far, Sir Gilman, despite being the least equipped, is kind of carrying the team, not gonna lie. Oh, fucking goddammit, and I got Tizo killed. Fuck, I should hit up.
Unexpected act from Sir Deluge.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, we gotta fucking whoop. No! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Oh, fuck. No, run, 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 run! Shit! Oh, this is not looking good. Wait, are we winning? Are we winning? Yes, you are winning, you prick. Fuck, 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 come on!
Plunged into his adversary's pyre.
Oh, this is bad. Okay, Rookie. Rookie. Wow, he is... Oh, fuck! Oh, he ran out of stamina. What? Fuck you! No!
Oh, Jesus God.
Oh, my first loss!
No!
Oh, shit! Ah, you and the Nightwings may have experienced your first defeat, but this is not the end. Damn it. Rather, this is an opportunity for you and your fellow exiles to press onward. Sir Gilman, for example, learned a valuable lesson this night. So too has Ruki, not in spite of this setback with the pyrehearts, but because of it. And Tizo is no exception. He has gained more insight here as well. Your fellow exiles all shall gain enlightenment and learn and grow from what transpired. Yeah, too bad I won't. And your story shall continue. The choice of whether to accept such outcomes now and all throughout your quest is to be yours alone. Ah, don't put that on me, game. Shit. And against this slimy little fuck, too. Oh, like, I just want to punch his smug face. Like, into the stratosphere. Do you see? Admit your defeat, Gilman. You were a fool to abandon us. You may have prevailed, sir, but we are not defeated. We are never defeated, for ours is the path towards enlightenment. Your victory means nothing. Shut up! You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You called this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade. Because, he would mispronounce facade, let's be honest. And everybody knows. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him. I mean, he's a prickly little prick.
In the wisdom of the scribes.
All right, well, at least... Oh, wow. With all this rites business, there's been this one real fancy move that I've been mulling for a while. And I think I just finally got how I could pull it off. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Yes, second or third time jump, multiple jumps, hell yes. All right. Well, not close, Tizo, who am I kidding? Oh, good, but Sir Gilman.
For honor, this Sir Gilman may yet learn something.
Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness.
Well, I'm glad someone got something out of it. All right, so now we can look at his skill tree in earnest. So we got the Valiant Return. Oh, actually, yeah. Depths of the Sea Sojourner. Rites masteries enhancing a worm's carefree and unpredictable nature. The Underking traveled all across the seas and survived many perilous adventures. So we have Valiant Return. If Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. You know what? That would have been pretty handy. Okay, yeah. This one vow the Sea Sojourner was unable to keep was his vow to one day return to the Sea Dominion. Bummer. And Tactics of the Underking. Rites masteries enhancing a worm's maneuvers inspired by their traditional undersea warfare. There is no limbless undersea faring warrior who has surpassed Underking Ores, though his kind keeps trying. Let's see, Avenging Aid. After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. Also not bad, but also dependent on me playing well, and, well, The Underking promised over time to seek justice for more than 3,000 of his fallen brethren. And what's down this line? Quick draw. After using his slash, Sir Gilman can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. Oh, okay. His armored scales flashed like lightning underneath the sea, and his travails traveled just as quickly. Or we could go Greater Cleave. Sir Gilman / banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. Let's see. The Underking Ores yet remained the most famous fencing master ever to hail from the Sea Dominion. And at the end of this particular tree, we have Vigorous Slash. After using his slash, Sir Gilman instantly recovers all his stamina. That's not bad. Come forth, ye cowards, for this king is wont to trim our population down a bit, Ores to his enemies. Not a bad badass boast. Okay, Stunning Climb. Once per round, when saluting his adversaries, Sir Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. Not bad at all. Underking Ores was known for his many boasts, although the vast majority were not far off the mark. Or we could do Heroic Stand. While Sir Gilman's allies are banished, he moves faster than usual and temporarily has infinite stamina. That's under consideration. The Underking was revered for having vanquished more worm knights than any other of his kind. And at the end of our tree, seize chance. For 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Sir Gilman deals an additional 10 to the adversary's pyre. That one's pretty standard. Now, these seas shall sing the tales of Ores, the Underking, having felled unfathomed plurns. Okay, so let's see. Where's Alex shall return, or Salazar banished still instant. This one for now. I need this one for sure. But ooh, this is kind of a tough split, honestly. Because like I kind of like this, like just as a freeze move, and I really am not using taunt skills that much. Like honestly, I feel like I would do like this, and this, and then maybe this, because this one, meh. But these two are, yeah, okay, we're going this route. Indeed. Oh, and yeah, Tabitha got a little bit. Oh, I get what the green bar is. The green bar indicates like how much they'll gain if they actually participate, I think. Well, sorry, Sir Gilman. Your reader has failed you. You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles succumbed to the pyrehearts, and find Wolfred waiting for you there.
An unfortunate result back there, my girl. But let us focus on the bigger picture now. I've something that I wish to share with you, if you've a moment.
Oh, I always got a moment for our tree benefactor friend.
We have discussed the plan, of which we are all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress towards the goal of it.
Neat. I like measurements of goals and such.
I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next.
Sure.
Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one.
You gaze again into the starkness of the night. The starkness of the night, the darkness of the night. Okay, maybe this time we'll go for the... there's Trieste. And we can go to Goal. And milithe again, or milithe.
Several shining stars. A trick of the eye, or the will of the scribes. Who can say? I, too, once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite. And I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that, in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we, in turn, influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail.
Henceforth, you may use Wolfred's planner to see your current progress. An object that shows the relative standings between the 9 triumvirates in the rites. Whichever triumvirate curries the most favor shall confront the Nightwings for a chance at freedom. Oof. Using Wolfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Wolfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. OPS Blade just, once again, shat itself. Unfortunate. But to be expected. You may look over it now, or any time in the Black Wagon, or while searching the stars. Alright. So, rites till next liberation. Let's see. Liberation rites conducted, 1. Exiles require 1. Total rites conducted, 9. Liberated, 1. Probability of success, not good. Let's see. Additional notes. Lundim, the 31st of 8 moon, 8:37 AS. At long last, the plan is well underway. The cycle of the rites turns quickly for the time. We soon... Oh, I should have been doing this in...
The voice. We soon should have another stab upon the fall of Soliam.
from our benefactor, Mr. Sandalwood. So let's see. Right now, Nightwings are on top with our 8-1 record. Unfortunate. Our triumvirate against ours is the triumvirate against which all others are judged. Currently, the essence is nipping at our heels. The 5-4. That was the harps. Chastity is a 6-3. Let's see. Gain standing. Favored of the essence. Measure the current standing of the rites and the chastity. Triumvirate with the highest favor is poised to take on the Nightwings in the next liberation. Yeah. Okay, so they've gone up. Let's see. The fate is kind of staying put. Withdraw. It seems like everybody's gone up except for us and the tempers. Oh, the tempers are at rock bottom. Damn. Oh, and that's just fucking embarrassing. We're literally the first win of the pyrehearts. Ugh. I hate it. Alright, well, who are we going next? Alright, we could fight the essence. Or fight the dissidents. You know what? I mean, we are working towards our favorite Borker getting out. So, yeah, let's go for the essence, I guess. Or the dissidents, I should say. Okay, I was like, yeah?
We're, gonna be butting heads against old Barker again, are we, sister? I guess it helps to know ahead of time so I can brush up on my groveling.
He then shares with you what he knows of your next opponent. Barker Ashpaws, a volatile cur whose pack, the dissidents, conducts the rite more so for thrill than freedom. Back on the other side, Barker never quite took to the culture of the Commonwealth, and often ran afoul of the law for various acts of boorishness or vandalism. He always promised to go straight, and in time he found a certain niche, where he was an accomplished hunter. And the people of the Commonwealth did have an appetite. Barker relished the hunt more than anything, and spent his earnings on a variety of questionable things. One particularly raucous evening, Barker was caught relieving himself on the foot of the statue of the Archjustice Androbeles IV, and that was the end of his citizenship. The Grand Judge in who 1617 AS issued a decree prohibiting literacy in answer to growing unrest. Those who violate the law of the Commonwealth face sentencing by the appointed Archjustice. Okay, so he's the dickhole who is the reason nobody's allowed to read. Interesting. In the downside, it seems he caught the notice of the dissidents, who in turn must have observed his speed, ferocity, and fearlessness. He is now the best of them. Barker's reputation grew among the exiled curs of the Jomir Valley region, where he is feared and unafraid of taking what he wants.
Not long after they flushed me down, I was just trying to make ends meet, and made a deal with him. In hindsight, let's just say it was a bad idea. He could make my life go real sour if he wants. Anyways, I better go pass out. We got a long few days ahead.
You wish Rookie a restful evening in turn. It is too late to take flight, though tomorrow you can press on. Alright, what's new in the wagon? Sorry, Sir Gilman. Oh, also Wolfred's planner. Oh, it's just there now. Gotcha. Okay, Sandra, do you want to berate me for my terrible performance there? No, you got nothing to say. Okay, well, good night to you. Alright, Gilly. Sorry. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He has been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner.
This night, he knows what he shall do now, when all of this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights, we are all born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all the other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren in their egg sacs, to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs,
Yes, I feel that. So, are you saying that you all are also a burnout? Because I feel that. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this knight's kind only to an early doom. Or, in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. Then he looks at you intently. This knight shall ever seek that honor out, when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Nightwings. Thus, this, the fulfillment of our plan and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. For what awaits him afterward is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot fully be achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more. I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride. Something has changed in him. Sir Gilman gained +2 presence.
Permanently.
Ooh. Nice. Wish him well indeed. Alright. So I guess that's the game, kind of like, if you're struggling, the game is going to give you chances, essentially buff your teammates to hedge your chances in the rites if you're flopping around and not doing well. Sort of like in Hades, how you can choose whether or not to accept boons or not to augment Zag's powers. Alright, we journey onward. Oh yeah, take off. Oh, right. Alright, to the flight. Anything to observe? Oh yeah, something to observe. Move R to look around. There we go. A gloom hangs thick above the pit of Milithe, and all around it. You are brave to seek your adversaries here again, reader. Many in the downside believe it is nothing other than a foul den. They take the tales of Yeshlak Astralborn to be mythology, embellished through retelling over time. The Star Titans seal the way by the scribe molten milithe. It sups upon despair and fear and doubt, and lands such as our own, the book writes. You have met others, such as witch milithe, who believe otherwise. Although, whichever their beliefs, I know of none who would go near their place unless the stars demanded it. I did not consent. Neither did I. Thus shall your coming rites against the dissidents take place in complete secrecy, as always the rites have. Cool. Okay, so let's see. Hetty wants to go to cold moat. Let's see. Believes that this should be an expedient path to the pit of milithe. Tizo suspects you might find something of value along this route. Well, Lord knows I could use that. And let's see. The Lone Minstrel knows of a task along the route through which you may earn stardust. Alright, you know what? I was going to go Plaguemont, but I kind of want to know what that's about. Oh, is there anything else to show here? No, I'm pretty much stuck. Okay. Woo! Yeah, alright, let's land. You return to the dismal region known as Flagging Hands. Straight away, you sense an air of dread, yet cling to hope that you can make your stay as brief as possible. You and your fellow exiles have time to yourselves before the day is done. Nonetheless, the dismal environs soon take their toll on everyone. Most of your fellow exiles lose one hope for the next rite.
Bogus!
Alright. Tend to the broken land. Anything new in the wagon? Oh yes, new page. New page just dropped. Alright, oh yeah, of course, about flagging hands, that makes sense. Oh no, not the mount. Alright, inspect. In the words of molten milithe, the wild witch. Beyond the valley lie... What was her voice again? Fuck. I think it's like more of a gravelly thing with a little bit of a he. Beyond the valley lies the flagging hands, which could be called a swamp, if an entire sea could merely be a lake. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into a dark despair. Such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dwelled in as a tad. We grew accustomed to the dampness of the air, and grew to savor certain twigs and beetles. It can be said the flagging hands are an acquired taste, recommendable only for those of our same bent, or perhaps the downside's native imps. The sea surrounded the environs on 3 sides, appearing insurmountable at first. Alright, that's pretty cool. Oh, that just... does that? Okay, whatever. Alright, close the book. What's up in the planner? Oh, okay, more people have just moved around. Okay, oh, Judium... Or is that a J or a T? It might be a T. 2DM, the 1st of 9th moon, 8:37 AS.
At long last, the plan is well underway. The cycle of the rites turns quickly for the time. We soon should have another stab upon the fall of Sol.
I already read that one. That's not new. Why are you sparkling like it was new? It was just updating the stats, I guess. Alright, tend to the broken land. You follow the lone minstrel in pursuit of what you came to find. The bog dwellers of Flagging Hands are some of the only creatures that can stand it here, and even they just barely. This particular region is the agricultural heart of the area, but as you can see, there is little left to harvest. Perhaps, though, you can help them plan a stronger crop. The lone minstrel leads you to a sad little patch of mud. He leans down and speaks into the earth. Hail, O bog dweller. I have brought you a reader. Please tell her what you need. Some sort of creature shambles forth. With broken hands, it points you to a collection of foul seeds and simple garden tools. It is work familiar to you, and to your surprise, the soil is rich and fertile. Grains and other crops could grow. The planting job proves simple enough. It is almost a relief from all your travels. It is a modest effort on your part, yet the bog dweller seems elated, as much as can be said of such a creature. It insists on paying you for your assistance. You received a bunch of stardust. It shimmers in the dim night. Oh, okay. I figured it was going to be a challenge, like when Tizo defended the carriage or whatever it's called, the black wagon from the more feral imps, but oh well. I mean, yeah, stardust. It's fine. Stardust is fine. Being here in Flagging Hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Yep, alright.
Bogus!
Alright, let us continue to the pit. Let's open this pit up. A doodle doodle. Here we go. Here in the muddy bleakness of Flagging Hands, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. Oh, that's a cute little guy. My queen. The news this time pertains to Jodariel, who is like the only one who has been liberated at the fall of Soliam. You learn Jodariel's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was to be reinstated on the blood border. northern edge of the Commonwealth is flat and vulnerable expanse. The high-wing remnants seize upon every opportunity for the cover of clouds or darkness. From the cover of clouds. On the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Veil, for a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets. Okay, lead blood border platoon shrouded in secrecy other than the famous results of its operations. The Commonwealth's veiled leaders always were surrounded by sentinels in similar garb. But she refused the gesture. Rather bluntly, the report suggests. That's our queen. Instead, she sought Wolfred's agents, as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters. I didn't know she had foster kids. Damn. And so, the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Oh, hell yeah, that's a big old...
Excellent!
The last part of the messenger imp's news must have been damaged in transit, though appears to be in Jodariel's own words. All you can tell is it says, await. You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news.
She is an inspiration to us all. Or to this knight, she is at least.
There's nothing she can't handle. I miss her bad sometimes, but I'm glad she's all right.
You give it to him for us, Jody. I knew you had it in you.
Do you think she still has her horns? That she is back up there? I would think so. I would think she does, since she is literally being exiled. Literally being second-class citizened up there if the messenger imp message is to be believed.
Free through who?
Tizo is fired up about the news of Jodariel's return to the Commonwealth. Wonder what the rest of her message said. The news of Jodariel's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with a newfound resolve. Oh, awesome. That negates all the hope we've lost. Of course we wish our queen luck. Like, I mean, granted, all those prompts are pretty much but thou must, but still. Some of them it's like, say no more. The pit of milithe and the scribes, something or others. Alright, and now we have shrooms in here. Who has been flagging fungus, occasionally produces foul-tasting mushrooms that are strangely satisfying to pluck from it. Keepsake from the flagging hands. Alright, what's in our new book? We have the scribe's deeds. Let's see, in the words of Golgotharian, the Master General, I wish to be remembered not for boastfulness. Thus, I refrain from detailing our exploits across the land, save to say that they were numerous. Know that only through our combined strength of arms and wit did we withstand this savage land. Such were the monstrous dangers that it posed. I came to see that all the terrors which I heard at bedside in my youth were based entirely in fact. So great they were, they blotted out the sky. Such was the evil that we vanquished, that the remnants of it yet shine under the stars. And in the end, it was the stars which guided us towards our truest calling. Interesting. Alright, and 4 celestial landmarks. Alright, the Pit of Milithe, in the words of Lou Sclorian Hundred Minds, the scholar. If there is one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless, of course, the stars beseeched me to, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there beyond all reckoning. If not for Milithe's sorceress lantern, all of us, we would all have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, although I have no doubts our goodly underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Milithe sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there on the edge of death. Through its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and a steady mind. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, isn't it? Alright, that's all we got here. Checking at the shop. Hey guys, what brings you here again? Let me guess, the finest deals in all the downside. That's what, alright? Depends, what do you got for me? Burning Promise. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer earns a reward of up to 3 times plus 5, reward up to 3 times plus 5 coin. Promissory note once owed to a bog dweller, enchanted to withstand tampering, yet tampered with. Let's see, fling the orb, blah blah blah, more damage, bright light, sunken shadow. Okay, I think all these are, the same. Plus 2 presents, thorn knot. A bunch of stardust, or pinch of stardust. Huh, okay, interesting. Cheapskates. Oh, fuck you, buddy. Keep that shit to your... Well, I guess he did keep it to ourselves. That's our reader powers, reading his mind. All right, let's wish for better luck on this run. As the sky grows dark over the pit of Milithe, hush falls over your companions, especially Ruki. You sense something is troubling him, something to do with your next adversaries.
Oh, hey, sister. Just wanted to let you know, I'm pumped and ready to take on the dissidents this time. Sure am, all right. That Barker, he's not so scary once you get to know him like I do, you know? So don't you worry, 'cause I sure won't be going easy on him after last time.
As Ruki marches off towards the clearing, you notice his grin fade away. That did feel a little bit like bravado. Up in the distance, you hear the dissidents begin to hoot and howl. Like such. Alright, you know what it's time to game time with the timing of the stuff. Oof. You may see, okay.
Hear me, you exiles of the Nightwings.
Hearing.
You are returned once more unto the pit of Milithe.
Milithe.
Your adversaries in the coming rite shall be the dissidents.
Oh, I'm aware.
Snuff out their pyre's flame and show your worth.
That's the idea.
Now, prepare yourselves.
Oi, mate, look what we have here. Green Tail, is that you? Yeah, Barker, it's me, alright. Well, I'll be. So tell me something then, Green Tail. You gonna go against me this time? Or keep on being a stinking coward like before, eh? Oh, what do I do? 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 Wait! He says he wants to fight. If you can beat him, maybe...
Oh god, don't put more pressure on me, dude.
Maybe he'll just leave us alone. He'll leave the Green Tails alone. I can make it worth his while. Barker? What is it, mate? The rite's about to start. Well, I was just thinking. I know I owe you and everything, but I've got a deal for you. You like a good deal, don't you? I like a good laugh's more like it. But all right, Green Tail. What's your fancy here? I was thinking, if I can beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook. I say. But tell me something, mate. Now why in this stinking world would I want to do a thing like that? What's in it for me when I beat you instead? Then I'll pay double what I owe. I promise. But you have to promise too. Kerr's oath. Really now? Double or nothing then, is it, eh? You drive a hard bargain there, mate. But alright, it's a deal. You beat me and my pack right here, right now, and you're debt-free as far as I'm concerned. course, if you don't, I'll be fleecing you for all you're worth. You, your stupid uncles, and that dear old mum of yours. See you shortly then.
Rookie turns to you.
Hey, so, this one means a lot to me, you understand there, sister? Well, let me go against these guys, and I'll make sure we show them up, okay?
You're not the one I'm worried about, dude. It's me.
Let us get started.
Roster bio-updated Barker. Okay, perhaps later. Alright, Rookie. Let's see. Do we want to do anything else? Oh, right. Oh, wait, no. No. Okay. Lord, yeah. Usual. Yeah, let's give him our best shot. Alright, rank 10. Hopefully that'll make some kind of difference.
Rookie.
Alright, Rookie's our Capitan. Ooh, choices. Okay, who's my best? Who are my best and brightest? I mean, Tizo is still one of my best. I think I'm gonna keep going with Tizo. Okay, and yeah, let's do that.
Tizo.
And who's our wild card? I feel like I need to bring someone who is going to be... Actually, what was your thing? Lunar Glass. Oh, right. You have that. That's not a bad call. It would make him very speedy. He was the only one who scored anything in the last match. And Bay's pretty up there. And I feel like I should always bring someone along, though, to give him a little boost. So, you know what? Let's go with Milithe. And what can I give you? Being banished to adversary, chance to return immediately, or... Oh, with the quickness. Yeah, we'll give you a quickness boosty. Alright, Rookie. This one's for you, I guess.
Alright then, Grain Tile. Bring it on, or it's your dear old mum who's gonna pay. Also, what are you buying?
Alright. Whoop! 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 Okay. Feeling it. Feeling better. Alright, good job, Rookie. Whoop. Fuck! Oh. Oh, god damn it. Oop. Hold on. Okay. Nope, we're not done yet. Oop. Get out of here, buddy. Yeah, that's my Tizo. Alright.
What's the matter, Grain Tile? Methinks you seem a little nervous on your paws out there. Just shut up already, Barker. Let's get on with it. What's that you say, huh? You think you can talk back to me like that, Grain Tile? You heard me, Barker. Stay out of my damn way. What, mate? Or I'll sink these little nervous teeth into your neck, old chum.
Damn. Okay, Rookie. Whoop. Welp. Welp. Looking not so great. Yeah. Oh, our bravado. Oh, but Rookie. Too fast, too furious. Okay, let's plan here. No. Oh, fucking son of a bitch. Okay, gotta be careful. Boop. Hee. Whoop. Nope. Zip. And up. Oh, god damn it. Okay, who's back? Oh, fuck. Shit. Of course, Milithe, the one I'm at least... Whoop! Shit. Okay. I should have seen that coming. Whoop. I know it did. Thank you. Hee. Whoop. Woohoo! Oh, come on. You did not hit me. All right, good job, Tizo. All right. Just keep the momentum going, baby. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, god damn it. Ah, I saw it. Get out of here, you. Whoop. No, thank you. All right, and... Oh, fuck on. God damn it. Oh, go. Okay. Whoop. No, thank you. Whoop. Out of stamina. And that's bad. Okay, rookie with the speed, with the quickness. Yes! Sublime. No, thanks. All right. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, strategic. Whoop! Damn it. Oh, come the fuck on. Okay. Come on, Pammy. Yeah, that's my girl. Oh, she's actually one of my heavier hitters, relatively speaking. Okay, rookie, this is not on you. Sorry. Okay. Let's plan. Whoop. That's my boy. Victory.
Prevail.
Hell yeah.
Crushing victory it was.
Okay, I'm feeling a little better now. Now that we've got at least one win under our belt for this stream.
Woohoo! We did it! We got him! Eep!
Grain tile, you. You goes fair and square, mate. As fair and square as this stuff gets, right?
So, my family, you'll leave them alone? You said you'd leave them alone.
Ease off there, Grain tile. A deal's a deal. Now then, me and my pack had better step it up for when we see you and your mates again. I'll be looking forward. Rookie watches him depart, then turns to you as his expression softens.
Don't know what to tell you, sister, other than I really owe you one.
Don't thank me.
Much to learn from this experience.
Oh, yeah, love that. Tizo? Oh, ugh. There we go, okay.
The exiled Pamitha perhaps can learn the errors of her kind.
Fucking harsh, narrator, damn. Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it. I mean, not gonna lie, Jody's my first, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not into Pamitha. I'm just a fucking monster fucker at the end of the day, aren't I? Let's see, so, what are her trees, skills, stuff, things, words, etc.? We have Wings of the Matriarch. Yep. I'm glad we're all in agreement here, Despair. What can I say? Monsters are just, especially the ones that Supergiant designs, they're just attractive. There's nothing more to it than that. I mean, shit. They managed to make a severed Medusa head, like, adorable and cute, and also kind of alluring, too. So it's like, and it's not a particularly, like, conventionally, like, attractive design, too. Like, it's very, like, serpentine, especially in, like, the mouth area. And yet, Medusa's one of the most, like, adorable, like, characters they've ever made. Okay, let's see. Rite masteries and enhancing a harp's swiftness and mobility. When Triesta Tethys led her people to the mountains, they began to train themselves in new ways to survive. Alright, so we got swift flight. While flying, Pamitha moves faster than usual. Very nice. Do like that. Interact to make Pamitha gain... Oh, yeah. There were none who could outpace the matriarch, Triesta Tethys, as she soared across the skies. Oh, wait, let's go through the rest of this first. What can we get if we continue down this path? Get Shrike Dash. Pamitha can use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina. Also great. And and honed. Wow, that fucking throws me off. And honed swiftness of wing was necessary to survive upon the mountains where Triesta made her home. And then we have sleight of wing. After saluting her adversaries, Pyrethe. Okay, so this is always the taunt skill, essentially. Pyrethe instantly switches places with her nearest ally. Huh, okay. The High Wing remnants bonded together, sisters one and all, and in their solidarity survived the age. Or we have greater celerity. Celerity? Yeah, I guess that's a word. Pyrethe permanently gains +8 quickness, making her move much faster. Yeah, from 12 to 20, that is quite with the quickness, as the bad brains would say. Then I shall find this fallen emperor, for if I should recover him, then we may yet have peace. Triesta. Let's see, the ways of the High Wing. Rites masteries enhancing a harp's aggressive capabilities. The High Wing were nearly destroyed after Saint Triesta left them. Those who remained grew strong. So we have Winged Fury. For 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Pyrethe moves 30% faster than usual. Okay, pretty standard. Often did the matriarch assuage her sisters. Damn it, fell again. Her sisters' rising anger and compel them not to war upon the wingless. Okay, so then we have Fell Swoop. While casting her aura, Pyrethe can trigger an aura burst that banishes nearby adversaries. Neat. I do, that's intriguing. Triesta Tethys helped to purge the downside of a number of the greater titans, which ravaged across the land. Or we have Relentless Pursuit. If Pyrethe is banished while Winged Fury's effect is active, she returns twice as quickly as usual. Okay, that thing. Many of her sisters pursued Triesta to the downside, but eventually they all concluded that the saint was gone. Alright, that's not so much feeling that because it's dependent on another skill being active. Even if it, I'm like, the permanent speed boost is just too sexy. Natural Superiority. Pyrethe permanently gains +4 to quickness, presence, and hope, making her better all around. Yeah, here's the thing though, I kind of like min-maxing. I kind of do like that. So, I don't know, that one's just not as appealing. Our wings indicate our station in this world, and yet we owe the world our very being. Saint Triesta Tethys. Okay, well yeah, we're definitely going with the speed path first. Like, we might swing around and grab, well, I don't know. I think I just might grab all of these, because this one is very meh. Like, it's cool, but it also requires me to banish them, and I'm, as proven, not the skilled at that. Or in English, for that matter. Alright. Well, make good use of it, Pyrethe.
Until the stars align.
Yes. Okay, that's good. 1 win under the belt. That's good enough for me. I do have to work tomorrow, so, it's not going to be a marathon stream. This is probably going to be about it. We'll see, though. Maybe Sandra beckons us to her realm. Back at the wagon, after thwarting the dissidents in a rather one-sided contest... Wow, thanks for the acknowledgement. You are able to recover for a time, though you have another Wait a minute. No, they definitely scored at least once. Damn it! I have another task this night. Time again to seek out where the rites shall take you next, by searching for the answer in the waning starlight. Alright, the stars shine for you, revealing various paths forward. You gaze into the darkness of night. Seek now your destination. We got Orez. We got Jomer. We got Goal. Huh, alright. All right, so what are we feeling for what we'll start with next stream? We can go to Jomer and tussle with the fucking chastity and this fucking grifter. We can go to the goal star and challenge the fate, another Borker, which, you know, would oddly do well with Rookie. I don't know, might get some more character development with him. Or what was the last one? That's where we are. Oh, Ores. Or we could go up to Ores and challenge the Withdrawn, aka the Snake Witches. So I don't know. What we feeling? Are we feeling Ores? Feeling Snake? We feeling Tree Grifter? Or are we feeling Honorable Dogue? I'm gonna have a little sip, a little hydration. Also, I feel like this game just, because it is like half visual novel, just really takes its toll on the old vocal cords. All right, you know what? I'm gonna also get OBS Blade booted up again, so it'll be ready in time. Why does it say it's not reachable? You full of shit. It should totally be reachable. Okay, save. I swear, I don't know. I think the last update fucked it up a little bit. The last iPad iOS update fucked up Blade a bit. Well, hopefully they'll get to that and patch it so it's a little less glitchy. But OBS is open source, so it's highly dependent on donations in order to, you know, make patches and expand things like that. So it could be some time, but you know, that's a great reason. If you're gonna donate to something, donate to OBS, since, you know, you're helping the little guy streamers use a less slimy product, because Streamlabs OBS is kind of icky, even if it is a little more convenient in a lot of ways. Like, support the OG, is what I'm saying. All right, well, I'm gonna make an executive decision here. I think we're gonna go see what interactions we get with Donate to Despair, or Donate to Despair. That is very true. That is a fair point, Despair. Okay, so what are we feeling? Are we feeling good honorable dog? Are we feeling tree grifter? Or are we feeling snake witch? Like, what catches your fancy? Because I don't want to say where I'm leaning. Snake? All right, we'll do snake. So that's what we'll set up for next time. Snake witch. All right, so we'll be heading to the Azure Star next time. Snake Witch, obviously. All right. I mean, you know, fair point. You did mention the witch aspect. Was it yesterday during the Dark Souls 2 stream? Or was it today? My brain is going full on goldfish here. I feel like it was yesterday, though. I feel like it was while we were running around the frozen wasteland of Ilium Lois, fighting the kitty cat. But I don't know. I might be wrong there. All right. What do we got? Ah, the Lone Minstrel, our favorite moon-scented minstrel. Ah, indeed. Okay, cool. You are set to re-encounter the Withdrawn, led by Witch Milithe. However outlandish her intentions seem, one ought beware of her. Dude, she's pretty intimidating. You don't have to, like, be like, you know what? I think this
Snake Witch
is a little hardcore. Like, she's a fucking snake witch. That's pretty much as hardcore as it gets. Speak of the witch. Witch Milithe, one of the bog dwellers and head of the Withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Yislach, the astral born, than the rites. Oh, right, this is the one that's like, bring back the bloodthirsty titans so we can lay waste to the land. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. She wrote erotic friend fiction. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into an obsession with Yislach, despite widely held belief that he is dead, or never did exist. Oh no, fire? Really? You went full-on Gwyn? Ugh. Well, you know what, Or no, not full-on Gwyn. You went full-on Witch of Izalith. Damn. Alright. You got demon birthing, like, plans or something, I guess. But milithe held that Yislach is merely dormant, and shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Because, yeah, like previously stated before on prior streams, the Titans in this seem to very much share similar traits to the Titans of Greek mythology, in that they're not so much dead as just chopped into as many pieces as possible to be unable to form to be unable to do anything. They're basically imprisoned in one of the most brutal methods imaginable. Then, at last could Yislach return to his glorious home, and milithe would go with him. Yeah, I'm sure that it'll work out just fine for you there. Just fine. Because these Titans, they seem like they're on the up and up. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take milithe in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Yislach's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the withdrawn stood ready to assist. In short, the 8 scribes certainly would not approve of what she aims to do. So, be careful in her presence, reader. And for now, a good night. Milady, if you will. You bid the lone minstrel a restful night in kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. Alright, page revealed the dissidents. Oh, and Ruki's got some words. Okay, so this is, we'll do the cabin stuff, and then we'll call it. So, a little more reading. I know, what a shock, reading in a game that's half of its genre is visual novel. Alright, so what does Ha'ub the Swallow, the accursed, have to say about the dissidents? Let's see.
I myself, Ha'ub, did form the dissidents, under the simple tenet: those who do not belong, belong. The other scribes, some of them showed at first reluctance to allow an imp, and one accursed, to designate one of the 9 triumvirates, but Mur, the horned one, stubborn as he was, stood by my side. In time they came to understand, for I remained, as ever, at their side, a living bit of proof of their absurdity. The dissidents are an extension of my oddity. Those who do not adhere, they are not to be discarded, underestimated, or dismissed. They are as necessary as are those against whom they rebel.
Oh, right, he's talking about the doggo. The what are you buying doggo, not the honorable doggo. Okay, is that it? 9 triumvirates. Oh no, I just switched to that. Okay, yep, that is it. And let's close out with a little something from Ruki post-rite. I'm sure he's got some thoughts on his mind. As you approach Ruki, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes up to you. Return to form.
I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with the rest of you. It's like I finally got to set aside this giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around. Know what I mean? I wanted to say thanks, sister, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now, at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. She's still waiting for her rookie boy to come on home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just 'cause I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, sister, you ever need something, I owe you one, and then some. Cur's oath.
He prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. Rookie gains 2 hope permanently.
Bingo!
Nice. I will indeed wish him well. All right, Rookie is faster, stronger, more hopeful. Okay, and with that, dear viewers, I think we can close it out there. So next time, we will be here next time with more Pyre. But until then, thank you for joining me on a rather upended roller coaster-y stream. We experienced our first loss, but also managed to pull out a win from on the back end. And to some extent, and the game has definitely hammered this point home more or less explicitly, failure is not necessarily terrible, because it's not like most games where if you fail, you simply reset to before you fail, and then try again. In this one, it feels like, again, similar to Hades, like even when you fail, you still gain something for it, whether it's story, whether it's experience, etc. So, and again, like, I almost feel like if you really want to experience all the game has to offer, you're kind of incentivized to fail every now and then, just in order to get, different interactions or get more time to progress your party members until they're ready to, until they're maxed out or something. Stuff like that. I'm sure this game is probably a completionist nightmare, but I've yet to see Gerard, the finisher, as he is not known, do it on his channel. Or if he did, it was maybe a while ago. But I don't know. I have a feeling this would... Hades, he might have done Hades, but I feel like Hades is also a completionist nightmare. Alright, enough speculation. Do tune in tomorrow night for our wildcard stream at probably its regularly scheduled time of 7. 6 if I'm just feeling the energy. Because I do plan on streaming either way since I have Monday off. So, depending on what I'm feeling, not gonna lie, it's probably gonna be Dark Souls 2 Scholar, the first Sin edition again, because it's a longer game. I'm more invested in that. And we got a lot to do left in Ilium Lois if we want to get the true epic, awesome final boss ending. So yeah, tune in tomorrow night to see what happens. Although I'd have to recheck it, but I think a certain sequel is dropping soon. It's on my console, not this console, but the other console. So I don't know. Maybe there will be a third option if it is indeed available, but everybody's going to be streaming it too, so it might be a fucking shit show. But either way, I don't know. We might just spend tomorrow's wildcard stream just poking around in it, seeing what's new, and I don't know. You just have to tune in to find out what happens. But until then, I have been Gola, aka John, your player, your commentator, the NB that you should envy, asking and hoping that you take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you, hopefully, on the next stream.